This is the Church of St. Paul in the Desert.
Good morning. Welcome to the Church of St. Paul in the Desert. I would like to welcome you and make sure that you know that if you've just begun worshiping with us, you're welcome to participate fully in our worship. And our presider today will be the Father Steve Huber, retired relatively recently from All Saints Beverly Hills. And Steve lives in the area. He's one of those clergy that I've referred to who've made the pilgrimage to Four Seasons on the north side of Palm Springs. And so if you ever have an accident and need a priest, just call Four Seasons. But would you all welcome Steve? And there are two announcements in your worship booklet I'd like to call special attention to. And the first one is for this Friday. Desert Baroque is having a concert, and it's fully described in the bulletin. But I have to take a moment to tell you that last week I got it almost entirely wrong. Because it was Desert Baroque, I assumed it was harpsichord. But in fact, it's forte pianos, which are between harpsichords and pianos, if I'm correct. Yes, and so there will be wonderful music, but it won't quite be harpsichords at that concert. So I invite you to come and participate, and there's all sorts of interesting things going on with the Desert Baroque weekend. The second is on the 23rd, there is the Black History Month parade will be on the 23rd, that's Saturday, and we have a contingent that marches in the parade, and we'd like to invite everybody who can to come and join our contingent in the parade. And there's a sign-up sheet in the front, in the entryway, and there's one in the parish hall for you to join in. The next announcement is not in the bulletin. And that is that I am retiring as the rector here at St. Paul in the Desert. My last Sunday, Susan's and our last Sunday, will be April 7th. And I'm not retiring because I'm retiring because of a disability. You've noticed for the last few weeks that I've been using these, and I've made lots of humor about it. But the reality is that I really can't keep going like that. It's not safe, it's not good for me, and it's taking a huge amount of energy just to keep myself vertical. And so my retirement is for disability, and we have members of our vestry here. Peter, would you and the other vestry members kind of stand, please? Peter DiCarlo is our senior warden, and there's other vestry members around the congregation. And Peter and the vestry will be in charge of the transition. And so the transition really begins now, as I begin letting go of being the rector here at St. Paul in the Desert, and as we begin saying goodbye to each other. And there's a whole process. Peter and I each have a letter to the congregation that you should receive tomorrow, did anybody receive it today or yesterday? No? Okay, so you should receive it tomorrow. And if you can't wait till tomorrow, you can go online, and about noon today it'll be published online. So I would encourage you to check that out. As I said, this is a process that will be going through, and words fail me to talk about it much right now, but there'll be more opportunities for Susan and I to engage around that. And so now, if you would please stand as you are able. And join me as we say together our mission statements on the front of your worship booklet. God has invited us to share the abundant light